I don't know about you guys, but it's my favorite day of the week. It's Hockey Night in Canada, baby. I love when this comes around on Saturday. Especially, I don't know where you guys are at, but where I'm at, it's minus 30, minus 35 every day. Can't go outside unless you want to get your balls frozen off. So you stay inside, you warm up, relax, and watch a bunch of hockey. And not only is it a Hockey Night in Canada, it's Hockey Day in Canada, okay? It should be a national holiday. I love Hockey Day in Canada, so all day Canadian hockey teams facing off against each other. I just can't title it Hockey Day in Canada because then the YouTube algorithm is going to be like, dude, is this guy dim or something? What's up with him? It's Hockey Night in Canada. Like, does he not know that? But we got a couple of really good matchups here tonight. And you know what? It's rematch night in the North Division. Lots of teams going to be looking for revenge, payback. And Canadian hockey fans, let me know in the comments down below. When do you guys think you're going to get sick of playing the same 6 other teams all season? For me, the answer, never. Okay? Because it's always going to be good, fun, hard games. And I don't know, if you guys saw the Boston Bruins versus New York Rangers last night, that was it was like UFC 248 or whatever they're on it, but it was a great game to watch. And I want that animosity to really build up in the North Division. And trust me, it will. First up, at 1 o'clock Mountain, 3 o'clock Eastern, the Ottawa Senators are still in Winnipeg, where they got absolutely shellacked by the Jets in their last game against each other. And dude, it doesn't matter who Ottawa puts in net these days. It's just you're playing Russian roulette there. I mean, oh my god, that Hogberg guy, dude, I've seen beer league goalies play better than this man, dude. It is crazy bad sometimes. And Murray, like, look, he's better when he wants to be, but I said this at the beginning of the season. He's not consistent. One game he can look incredible, and then another game he could look worse than those shooting tarps you put up to practice your shot at hockey practice. So you see where I'm going with this. In order for the Sens to have a chance tonight, they need some saves. When you're not getting saves, not only does it put you behind, it also deflates your team, especially when you got a young team still trying to find their identity. Every win they get is like a huge confidence boost for them, and they almost go into the games thinking they're going to lose. So when you get down behind the 8 ball a couple goals almost off the bat instantaneously, it's a huge morale beat up. And you know what? They need some saves tonight. And that's going to give them a bit of a confidence boost to say, hey, we can do this, okay? We're in a tie game here. For once, we're not behind after 5 minutes in the game here. So you know what? Let's go out and let's win this thing. My player to watch for the Ottawa Senators is going to be Mr. Brady Tkachuk. Look, this is the straw that stirs the drink for the Ottawa Senators. Tim Stützle, maybe one day, but right now, Brady Tkachuk, it's not just his play. He's not the star of the team only. Like, of course he is that. But he's also the guy that, look, if he's off, the whole team's going to be off. They feed off of his energy. So, I mean, look, to me, he's the captain already of this Ottawa Senators team. It's like Matthew Tkachuk with the Flames, same type of thing. These guys, to me, are already the captains of their teams. And no disrespect to Mark Giordano, who I've loved since I was a kid. On the Jets side, I want to see Pierre-Luc Dubois get more involved. Of course, if you guys sleep on the Sens like a few other teams have, I mean, look, we can pretty much say right now that that was the early downfall of the Montreal Canadiens, was sleeping on the Ottawa Senators. They have not looked the same since they lost that game to the Sens and almost lost that second one. But yeah, just don't sleep on the Sens. And I want to see what Pierre-Luc Dubois can do in his new Jets uniform. Come on, it's time to put up some points now. Alright, up next at 5 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Eastern, this is the big one. The one that almost everybody in Canada is going to be watching and keeping a close eye on. The Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The rematch. Look, by the looks of it, Habs fans were absolutely fuming to have lost to that Toronto team a few days ago. And look, everybody's talking about it lately. Who's better? Are the Habs better this year? Are the Leafs better this year? Two super, super good teams, okay? And I know the Habs haven't shown it in the past few games, but every team goes through some slumps here. Let's just stay the course. No need to press the panic button here. And the Leafs, holy cow, do the Leafs look good lately. So to me, this is going to be a tight battle because Montreal, I don't think they want to get embarrassed or anything, especially in a second game against arguably their biggest rival. And let's start on the Habs side of things, since they're the ones who probably really are hungry for this win coming out of the gate more than the Leafs, okay? Because the Leafs are flying high right now. They're on top. Well, at least the Habs should be hungrier for this win. We'll see how it goes when it actually plays out on the ice. But dude, guys like Ben Sherratt need to stay out of the box. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing the past few games from guys like Dano guys like Thomas Tatar, guys like Drouin, and I know in the grand scheme of things, these guys are having pretty good seasons, but the past few games, their play has dropped, I would say significantly, so we need them to pick it back up if the Habs do indeed want to be cup contenders, or at the very least, even just a really good team that can compete every single night. And of course, you can't forget the most important of them all, the goaltender. And look, Carey Price really needs to pick up his game because Jake Allen, the last game, I know they lost to the Oilers, but he did not play a very bad game. I would go as far as to say he played a good game, and we talked about this a few days ago here. At what point, look, Carey Price will always be your starting goaltender because he's Carey Price. He's got a Hart Trophy. You're not touching that. But at what point do you say, you know what, Price, we're going to sit you for a couple of games. Jake Allen's going to start 2 in a row, maybe 3 in a row, just to see what happens there. Because Allen is rolling right now and Price is not. And look, that might be a good idea just for a little bit. Just play Allen 2 games in a row just to see what it's like. Maybe give Carey some time to rest, refine his game, because he's a star. He's your goalie in the playoffs. You're not going to need Jake Allen. You're going to need Carey Price. So let him find his rhythm, find his game, and trust me, that would be huge for this Montreal Canadiens team. On the Leafs side, man, keep rolling, okay? If you can score like it's beer league, go ahead. You guys have got Tavares, Matthews, Marner, all this stuff. But what I want you guys to focus on, I know I'm talking like they're listening. They're not watching this. But what the Leafs need to do is, yes, keep scoring, but also make sure you keep the defensive side of the game in mind. Because when the playoffs roll around, dude, you can't be getting into track meets. It's not going to be 6-5 every night in the playoffs. You're going to be winning 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 1-0, greasy games. So you really need to be able to lock it down. So make sure you're working on the defensive aspects of the game while still providing offense. Player to watch for Toronto, Auston Matthews. Come on, I know it's obvious, but I don't need to explain it. You know why it's Auston Matthews. And then we've got the nightcap, 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Eastern. This is the one that I'm going to be keeping my close eye on. The Calgary Flames back in Vancouver against the struggling Canucks. And yes, the rumor has it that if the Canucks lose maybe 3 out of 4 or maybe all 4 games in this little series against Calgary, that Jim Benning is bye-bye gone, okay? And look, people have their opinions about firing a GM mid-season. If you don't have a plan and a new guy ready and set up, it is not a good idea, but that's the rumblings. Honestly, I'm kind of expecting it if the Canucks keep going on this huge losing skid, that Benning's going to be out very, very soon. So that's going to be very interesting to watch. And let's start with the Canucks here, okay? Look, so many turnovers, okay? And I know they played better. They showed some fight. They outshot the Flames for a good amount of the game last time. But they need to stop turning over the puck, which means focus. I've seen so much lack of focus, stupid penalties from the Canucks. Bear down, focus, put your work boots on, and get to work. Player to watch, JT Miller. Dude, this guy looks like a shell of his former self. I don't know what was this guy drinking in the offseason, dude? Like, he lost everything that he had. All the swagger, the confidence, the good play, gone. This guy really needs to pick it up. He went from being a leader and one of the top players on the team, leading scorer last year, to this year, dude, he looks terrible. Like, dude, the way JT Miller's playing right now, I don't think he would make my street hockey team, let alone an NHL club here, so he's really got to pick it up. And then on the Flame side of things, Matthew Tkachuk, I need you to get more involved, okay? I know, dude, nobody ever criticizes this guy, okay? And I'm a huge fan of his, but he needs to pick his game up, be more consistent. He only shows up when it's the big game and it's the bright lights, the Edmonton, the Toronto, so we can get all the media coverage, it seems like, but we need him every game. This guy's our leader. He drives the bus for us. Come on, Matthew, wake up. And my key to victory for the Flames, don't rely on Jacob Markstrom so much. Dude, Markstrom has absolutely bailed them out so many times. Dude, you absolutely need to help him out a bit. Be better, tighter defensively. Make sure you're not giving up a ton of grade A chances, especially right out of the gate. There's nothing worse than a goalie coming in cold at the beginning of the game, having to stop a bunch of pucks. So don't do that to him, for the love of God. Alright guys, this video has gone long enough. That's my preview for tonight, Hockey Night in Canada. I'm excited. Are you? Let me know who you're cheering for, predictions, and scores down below in the comments. If you like hockey content, I put it every day here. Like, subscribe. See you in the next one.